Lift, move, place is a different type of focus meditation. So it's useful if you've already done some breath counting meditations or some other types of focus meditations, so you know what I'm talking about when I say that. What I find is useful in lift, move, place is I end up using it when I'm outside walking around and there are all kinds of distractions. When there are tons of distractions, it's very different than when I'm sitting here alone and meditating in a space that's curated for it. And so working through those distractions helps me to be more mindful. And that's what I think is useful with lift, move, place, is it's a step from focus meditations alone where we're in a controlled environment out towards being mindful in our daily lives. In lift, move, place, the whole idea is to give your entire attention to the action of lifting, moving, and placing each foot as you walk. I often use this as I'm walking my dogs, so there are all kinds of distractions going on. The dogs are going around doing things, there's whatever, all kinds of things. And the point to me is it's about having the agency of shutting everything else out where you notice it, but you don't give attention to it. All of your attention is to lifting, moving, and placing. When the mind is loud, this can be really difficult. So what I find is useful is saying the words lift, move, place in my head. And when I'm walking, oftentimes it's really hard to keep up because I walk so fast. It makes me slow down and get more into that meditative state. Let me show you an example. So you can see this is me walking my dog and I'm walking pretty quickly. I have started doing lift, move, place meditation, but try to match your script with my feet. Lift, move, place, 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 lift, move, place. It's so fast. And then you can see eventually I begin to slow down a bit. Oh, and there I slowed down a bunch because now I'm beginning to start actually getting meditative. And you can see all the distractions that are going on around. None of those distractions are part of my mental space. I'm just thinking, lift, move, place, 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 lift, move, place. That's all I'm thinking. My dogs are going all over the place. They're stretching, they're pottying, they're sniffing things, and I'm not paying attention to any of it really. I'm trying to put all of my attention exactly on my feet. So I do get very attentive in my foot placement when I think of where it's going. You can see the dogs are pulling me a bit here, and so my foot placement is strange, but I'm not even paying attention to being off balance. I'm literally just paying attention to exactly where do I place my feet. Lift, move, place, lift, move, place, lift, move, place. That's the whole lift, move, place meditation. That's the whole point and the whole goal. You could do this literally anywhere, anytime. The requirements are you need to be walking somewhere and you need to have the time to spend doing it. You can also do lift, move, place at home. And if you do, I would just recommend having 10 meters of space, and you can't close your eyes completely, but you can go back and forth doing lift, move, place at home. So you can see lift, move, place is very chaotic and strange in the way that it goes about, but it helps us take what we learn in focus meditations and move towards being mindful in our daily lives. This relates to one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite psychologists, Viktor Frankl, that he says, between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and freedom. I've heard that space called the mindfulness gap, and the whole point is there's stimulus and things happen to us in our lives, and we react defensively without considering response. But when we can see that space and break in, that's the mindfulness gap, and it allows us to choose responses that serve us and other people better. And I appreciate lift, move, place because it begins to move me in that direction. I'll link another meditation coming up here, but you should get outside and try lift, move, place. This is the Stoic Yogi, out.